guys, it's a little chilly out today, but we're headed off to Animal Kingdom. We have some fast passes to Kilimanjaro Safari, I think Everest, and obviously one other, I can't remember what it is. So we'll see ya at the kingdom, the Animal Kingdom. Walking right out, we can see Avatar Land. Floating rocks look really awesome. And then here we have a building. It looks like they're building a facade on it. Amazing. Love the animal tree. Look at it. Super. Check out this tree. Looks great. Look at the decorations. They look so great. I love that. Oh, I love all the greens in Animal Kingdom. Phil, is this your favorite?
Yeah, Animal Kingdom's definitely my favorite. I love it here. I always have the best time. It has the best rides and experiences. It has the most to do. It has some of the most wonderful selections of food. They're doing so much new stuff with the park. I can't wait to come back when Pandora's open.
We just made it through the jungle, and now we're coming upon the Tree of Life. Oh, so green and big. Love it.
Is that Pizza Safari?
Yeah, I believe that's Pizza Safari. You got the pizza machine. Look, guys,
right up ahead if you would like to be flicked. Right up ahead.
We're headed into Africa. All right, it's time for our safari ride. I got one of these to help them figure out the wait times. Never gotten one before.
Phil, I got one the last
I got red carded.
Actually, speaking of animals, take a look above your heads. You'll find that animal spotting guide. It's up there to help you identify any of the animals you might find out here. No guarantee we'll see them all, of course, but I'm feeling pretty good. We're definitely going to see a good chunk of them. I recommend taking a photo of that animal spotting guide before we get going, because honestly, in a few weeks from now, when you look back at these photos, you may not remember all your animals, may not know your bongos from your bondabok. I can't go home with you folks. I'm basically glued to this chair. Basically. But with that taken care of, let's get this thing going. We're going to be starting off our safari in the Little Aturi Forest. The animals that live here have a very natural camouflage, makes it hard for us to see them. So keep your eyes peeled and cameras at the ready. Never quite know where the animals are gonna pop out of. Over on your right hand side, there's a reddish brown animal with striped legs. That is the okapi. The small black animal that closest to us here is the yellow-backed diker. Now, diker is an Afrikaans word, means diver, but the animal does when it's scared. It dives down low into the forest, letting out a high-pitched scream and starts running. Not very subtle, but it works. As for that okapi up there with those striped legs, you'd think they'd be a relative of the zebra, but they're not. That'd be too easy. They're actually the only known relative of the giraffe. These light brown ones are called Great Turk Kudu, while these cinnamon colored are called bongos. And look, there's a baby bongo. That's a little baby. Now these bongos actually have a pretty cool nickname. They're known as the ghosts of the forest. It's because they are so rarely seen. There's another baby. 2 babies. Also on our left on this island, you'll see these pink-backed pelicans. They get their name because, well, during mating season, their back turns pink. It's an appropriate name, I know. Despite them being one of the smallest of all pelican species, they still have a wingspan of up to 8 feet. So they're still huge birds. very powerful animals, folks. They have a biting pressure of 2,000 pounds per square inch. They can quite literally break the bones of their prey in one bite. And actually, speaking of completely different, over on the right you'll find the ancient baobab tree. It's also known as the upside down tree due to the fact that its branches kind of look like roots. And I was not kidding when I said ancient. It'll actually grow to be around 2,000 years old. Now this is actually one of my personal favorite views on the whole reserve. Serengeti grassland here in East Africa stretches for hundreds of miles and serves as a superhighway for millions of migratory animals each year. It's also home to some of our more popular animals like lions, elephants, and giraffes. This here is the wild Africa that we are working so hard to protect. Now giraffes are chronic snackers, spending around 14 to 20 hours of their day eating, and yet only about half an hour asleep. Yeah, they don't need much beauty rest, they're basically good to go. Now we can tell that's a boy elephant, really because, well, he's all by himself. It's the females who will stick together and form herds, while men like to live on their own. I mean, they might form smaller bachelor groups, but on the whole, they're pretty antisocial. There he is. This is not a full-grown African elephant. Fully grown males can be up to 14,000 pounds, and they'll eat about 300 pounds every single day. Here we go, looking at a whole herd of female African elephants. An elephant's childhood does last around 15 years. It's the longest of any animal species, second of course to us humans. But an elephant's pregnancy lasts 22 months. Even worse, a newborn baby elephant is around 250 pounds.
So this needs.
All right then.
Oh.
Mom, I'm not done yet. I've actually never heard them jump before. I was like, cool. I actually knew what that was. I was like, what in the world was that? Now, white rhinos are big animals, around 5,000 pounds. They run about 35 miles an hour. Yeah, they big and fast. That's why a group of rhino are so appropriately named a crash. But you may be looking at these white rhino and think to yourself that, well, they're not very white. It is the lionesses who will do the hunting for the pride. Zebras are black with white stripes, not white with black. And it's home to the scimitar horned oryx over on our right. The scimitar horned oryx get their name from the scimitar's sword, a curved blade from the Middle East, very reminiscent of their horns. Also on the right, those birds are the yellow-billed storks. They're actually carnivorous. They will eat anything that fits in their mouths. Looks like I'm going to get to head on in here, folks. So here is the deal. Here in Harambe, we do not like to say goodbye. Not really, it's far too sad, far too final. So instead we say an old Swahili phrase, Kwaherini, which means to go well. So Kwaherini, everybody.
Kwaherini!
Make sure all your belongings, and hey, for any of my...
What are these, walking sticks? Really? He's with mom right now. Okay. Oh my gosh, she wondered where.
We're in the Harambe market that has a couple different locations. We got all this yummy food from the Harambe market. This is the watermelon lemonade. What is that? Beef.
It's ribs. It's
ribs.
Yep.
And then some skewer, and then here's my chicken skewer. What's this skewer?
This is beef and chicken sausage.
Phil, are you ready to climb a mountain?
Yeah. Yeah, I am. here, Disney's Animal Kingdom, walking into Dinoland, USA. Look at that.
I cried last time on this ride. We got to get like a really good shot of me.
She did. When the dinosaur pops out, it scares the crap out of her and she cries. The only thing that could really make this ride better is if they had a majestic Leopleurodon.
Don't do that. Behind glass walls.
I was just wondering, what do you think the Northern 65
Did you see the real dinosaur? Did you see it?
Hello there. Welcome to our little trans-dimensional joyride, folks. I'm Dr. Seeger, your friendly controller, and a heck of a paleontologist, if I do say so myself.
I tagged him with a locator during an unauthorized field trip. Otherwise, I'd be traveling with you. Right now, our dino should be about here, at the very end of the Cretaceous period. That's where you're going today.
I've arrived, it seems, just in time to correct a little misstatement.
Dr. Marsh.
Our tours are designed to take you to the early Cretaceous period, and I can assure you that all time rovers have been securely locked on those coordinates.
That's right. See?
Securely locked. Access denied.
Continue.
So we just went on Dinosaur. Mia had a small panic attack, buried her head in Jimmy's lap. Poor little thing. Probably didn't help that we were poking her when the big dinosaurs came out of the dark. Other than that, it was pretty fun. It's pretty fun.